Hello, everyone, and welcome to Big Rob's Little Podcast number 19. Today I will be talking WWE Hell in a Cell with the recap, and also I will be talking about sports, and I will be getting right into that right now. The Leafs are 3-0. 3-0. Let's go, boys. Let's keep up the great work. Defense is a little choppy, but that's the only thing that really needs to be worked on at the moment. Other than that, Leafs are having a tremendous season starting off. Um, what a huge game against Chicago. It was crazy. Chicago started out with scoring, but that's okay. The Leafs came back. They went into overtime. They won the game. Sure, Chicago got 1 point out of the game, but the Leafs got 2 points out of it. So it's okay because, you know, the Leafs needed that. In other news, the Packers are 4-1 and they're leading the NFC North. Go Pack, go! Aaron Rodgers continues to be tremendous. Regardless of what other people say, you can be a Pats fan with Brady and Deflategate, or you can be like any team's fan, but it doesn't really matter because Green Bay is the way to go for sure. I'm just wowed. I'm in awe right now. The Leafs are 3-0. The Packers are 4-1. That's crazy. I couldn't be more happy with my teams right now. With the way they're playing. Well, they're not my teams, but in a sense, they are like my favorite teams, I should say. Better use of words there because I don't own the teams, right? So I'm just a fan of the teams. Moving on, though, this past Sunday was WWE Hell in a Cell, SmackDown brand pay-per-view. If you missed it, you missed a heck of an event. I didn't get to watch the pre-show. I was, having my Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday. I also caught most of the replay later on that evening, and then I watched 2 matches the next morning. So, I just say it was a great event. The pre-show had Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin defeating the Hype Bros. I made that prediction, and I got that one right, that Gable and Benjamin would win. Now, I said for this next match that New Day was going to retain. That unfortunately didn't end up happening. The Usos became 5-time tag champs by defeating New Day inside of Hell in a Cell. So I applaud them. Randy Orton defeated Rusev at Hell in a Cell. And it wasn't a 10-second match this time. It was a bit longer. So kudos to them. Orton defeating Rusev. I'm pretty sure I got that prediction wrong. I thought Rusev was going over in the match, but that didn't end up happening. This next match, which I had originally said on my Hell in a Cell preview podcast, was originally just a singles match for the United States Championship. But during the night, right at the beginning, I guess, Ty Dillinger talked with Daniel Bryan. So Ty Dillinger got added. So it was a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Now, I originally predicted that AJ Styles was going to retain, But I mean, I think my prediction would have changed considering it was a triple threat match. Um, Now, obviously, my prediction wouldn't have been Baron Corbin, but it would have been Ty Dillinger because right now I know Dylan will call me this, but I have no shame in saying that I'm a Ty Dillinger mark. He's Niagara Falls, Ontario, homegrown boy. So of course I'm gonna go for Ontario in a match where high stakes are on the line, United States Championship. But no, Baron Corbin won that triple threat match against Dillinger and AJ Styles to become U.S. champion. And that is Baron Corbin's first title in the WWE. So congratulations to Baron Corbin. I am starting to like him a bit more. His theme song is pretty catchy. I like it. Corbin is actually making a lot of sense with what he's been saying. Yeah, Baron Corbin, United States champion. This next match was another championship match. So basically, there was 4 championship matches in a row. This next match being for the women's championship. So my prediction would have been that Natalya retains. I'm pretty sure that's what I said on my preview podcast. She did end up keeping the title, but she lost the match because Charlotte won by disqualification after a chair shot during the ending of the match. And Charlotte obviously favoring her leg most of the match, or knee. So Natalya was definitely favored in the match at that point. But WWE likes to swerve us a little bit sometimes with certain superstars coming with an injury during the match or getting hurt at to a certain extent, but they do come back and win the match. Not this time. Well, technically this time, yes, because Charlotte won by disqualification, so that just contradicts what I had just originally said. I apologize. Not much else I can say about the match, but they did put on a good heck of a match, that's for sure. Following up with that, the 4th title match in that set of 4 in a row, the WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Nakamura. Like I said, I don't see Nakamura having the title anytime soon. My prediction was that Jinder would retain. I got that prediction right. The Singh brothers did get ejected during the match. But to a point, Jinder beat Nakamura. There was a point during the match watching it where I did think Nakamura might have had a slim chance, but I mean, they're building Nakamura because he right now is one of the top workers currently right now in the WWE. So good on him. Bobby Roode went up against the guy who's having a personality crisis right now, or an identity crisis. That would be Dolph Ziggler. That match was That match was okay. That match ended the way obviously I thought it would. Dolph Ziggler losing to Bobby Roode. So Dolph Ziggler came out for the match, starting off with his theme song starting, and then it just like cut, and he came out with no theme song, no like nothing, no background video or anything. Just I don't know. Dolph Ziggler isn't getting anywhere for me, to be honest. I don't feel like we'll be singing Ziggler much longer. I can't say that obviously without like knowing if it's true or not, but I feel Ziggler's getting stale. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But Bobby Roode winning, always glorious. Finally, the main event of the night, Hell in a Cell match, Kevin Owens, Shane O'Mac. It was a crazy match, and that's expected because it's Hell in a Cell and a huge rivalry. What I didn't expect to happen, and this is how Kevin Owens defeated Shane McMahon in Hell in a Cell. Since it was a Falls Count Anywhere match, no disqualifications considering it's a Hell in a Cell match, Sami Zayn. No one expected Sami Zayn to come out, pull Kevin Owens off of the announcer table, and have Shane McMahon crashing through that announcer table again. And what I mean by that is because Shane McMahon did the same stunt against The Undertaker, but The Undertaker moved all on his own. Trying to do an elbow, like Shane McMahon trying to do an elbow drop off the top of the cell. Gosh. So now Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are friends again. And that's what it seemed like, especially tonight, watching SmackDown Tuesday, October the 10th. I'm kind of liking where this is going. I'm kind of intrigued to find out what will happen next, just like the rest of you guys. But yeah. Hell in a Cell was great. The Leafs and the Packers winning is also great. Leafs, like I said, 3-0. 3-0. Packers are 4-1. That's okay. Packers are leading the NFC North. The Leafs are also leading. It's a good time to be a Leafs fan, Packers fan, sports fan in general, just for me. There's nothing more left I can say. I went through everything that I had to on this podcast for today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, listening, watching. Next time, I shall have a guest. Whether it's tomorrow, Wednesday, October the 11th, or it's next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I shall have a guest, and this man I'm having on my podcast, you may know him if you've been to indie shows like Crossfire Wrestling or events such as Northland Wrestling. I mean, that's up in, I believe, Barrie. This guy is a well-known indie superstar in the wrestling business. And he made a brief appearance on Monday Night Raw within the last month, actually. He went up against Jason Jordan. You may know him as John Pierre Goulet. That's right, guys. Tomer Shalom will be my next guest on Big Rob's Little Podcast, number 20. So that's going to be a huge podcast, 20th podcast. It's going to be one heck of a good podcast for sure. I want to thank you guys for those who have continuously supported me with watching, making brief comments by messaging me or seeing me face to face and telling me that I'm doing a great job. To keep it up. I will have more guests, obviously. I have lots of guests lined up. When I will have them on is obviously when they have free time and when I'm able to get them on. Make sure to go like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, go and like Big Rob's Little Podcast Facebook page. Until the next time, guys, this has been Big Rob's Little Podcast number 19. Take care.